This swing here, you got a lot of potential here because this club is right on plane. You do a couple things wrong. You have your hands too close to your body. The shaft should run right through your belt buckle, so it should be a little bit higher. You got to give your hands about 1 hand length. The end of the golf club should be approximately 1 hand length from your body. So based on the width of your chest and how big your chest is, you're a pretty big guy. I just think you got to raise the club up about 1 inch or 2 to give yourself some space. Yeah, the club should lay flat on the ground, Bobby, and I think your club is the toes up a little bit. I think you're just carrying your hands a bit low there. But your swing is good. I mean, your lower body, you see how that box I drew, your hips come forward just a little bit here. That's about 1 inch.
So I should stay in that box. Okay.
But pollen's getting me. This is a really good backswing. And you got fast hips and a lot of speed. So you have good club face control. Your club delivery is good. Now in terms of the swing plane, what you're trying to do, if we draw a line through the shaft, through the top of the middle part of the arm, below the shoulder, your club is tracking in that line pretty good. The club head, when the shaft's parallel to the ground, should be directly in line with your hands, and you're pretty good there. That right elbow gets a little bit stuck behind your right hip there. Yeah, so we got to get your butt out a little bit more. Your check point is when you set up, push your hips back, bend from your hips, touch the top of your knees, and then put your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Yep. Yeah, that's how you would set up. Now your weight's going to be over the arches of your feet. It's not going to be on your heels.
Yeah, so I've always thought it was on my heels.
Yeah, you wouldn't jump. Look, if you were playing sports, you wouldn't jump from your heels. You'd jump from the center of your feet. Yeah, so it's like any sport. You got to be ready to move, and you wouldn't be ready to move from your heels. Your brain seeks balance. So during the golf course of your golf swing, if you're on your heels, you're going to be moving forward. Yeah, so you're just a little out of position with the setup. Now, what should it look like? It should look a little bit more like you can see the separation of the club. Yeah, the shaft's running pretty much through his belt line. So yeah, and that's pretty uniform if you take tour players, even like this girl here, Sandra Gall. If we run the shaft pretty much through her belt line, a little bit higher, but just below the belly button. You can see she's got a little bit more space here. I wouldn't want you to reach a ton for your driver, though. I don't know if you do. It's pretty normal. You're going to have a little more space with the driver between the end of the club and your body. But again, well, we're going to talk about that. So the club, you can see there's the first parallel, how the club head is in line with the hands. When she comes back down, the club head's going to be directly in line with her hands when the shaft's parallel to the ground. So your club, just like hers, is in pretty good position at the top. So you got a good swing. All right. So you can see where you're out of position just a little bit. We can make so what I want you to do is stand in front of the mirror and practice that. Bend from your hips, slide your hands down your thighs so you reach the top of your knees. Get your weight on the instep. The top of the knees should be over the middle of the shoelaces. You're not going to bend your knees excessively. Yep. I think of it as more unlocking my knees as opposed to bending them. Just unlocking them. Yeah, you're just unlocking them. And you can see here most pros, if you look at where they are, top of the knee, you want to stack your load-bearing joints. You want your ankles under your hips. And Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So here would be your ankle bone. Your hip bone's right here. So yeah, you're a little back on your heels. That pressure mat will tell you more, and we'll use that in a second.
So I was a biomechanics major.
Oh, you were?